Welcome to the 10th track of SKU Austin, the city where it all started. We couldn't be more thrilled about these incredible founders and the brands they've created. Each one brings incredible innovation to their categories, and we can't wait for you to meet them. Hi, I'm Emily Keeley, Managing Director of SKU. Here we are, 10 years of SKU. What started as incubation station has been an amazing journey, started by a group of entrepreneurs who had the vision to see that Austin's emerging CPG brands could become household names with the right support, right education, and right networking. It's this unique ecosystem that has made SKU an industry-leading accelerator, and that's exactly what they have built. SKU has had more than 100 companies go through our program, with more than 80% still in business, and they've generated $1 billion in annual sales. Besides our best-in-class curriculum, what we like to call our secret sauce to SKU is our mentors who guide our founders through the track. In the past 10 years, we've had more than 400 mentors through our tracks. These mentors are the who's who of the CPG industry, including General Mills, Coca-Cola, 7-Eleven, and more. We are always about supporting innovative brands, and SKU has programs running all year long. Be sure to keep up to date with all things SKU on our website. But first, let's get to meet these fantastic founders. From a delicious and nutritious nut butter-filled date to an Ayurvedic-based beauty brand, these companies are on their way to being the brands of tomorrow. I can't wait for you to meet them, so let's go.
It takes about half a second to see that Erin Vranas has a joyful, infectious zeal for life, and she has found a way to take that, mix it up, and freeze-dry it down to these delightful, yip-smacking snack creations. Erin understands what it takes to create some tasty yogurt. She got her start crafting yogurt for her restaurant, The Parthenon, in Madison, Wisconsin. She is optimistically curious, she's coachable, resourceful to find answers, to take actions that move her business ahead. Food should be fun, and being in the food industry should bring joy. Who doesn't love to eat? Erin gets this. She's a tenacious businesswoman, and the team and I have been captivated by her skill at balancing propelling the business forward with pops of levity. I am fortunate to be a part of this mentor team, and yippee for me, I get to introduce you to Erin Vranas, founder of Yips Yogurt Chips.
I'm Erin Vranas, co-founder and head Yipster at the revolutionary new snack company, Yips Yogurt Chips. I own an iconic restaurant in Madison, Wisconsin called Parthenon Gyros, where we specialize in America's best house-made gyros. And one of the secrets that makes us the best is that we craft our own rich and creamy probiotic Greek yogurt, which I eat obsessively every single day. And I was inspired to create a new snack during really long days of running the restaurant, sitting on a bunch of industry boards, taking business classes at UW-Madison, and basically stretching myself to the max. And since I wasn't finding time for full meals during the day, I was always looking for indulgent snacks that still had healthy, functional ingredients to keep me going. However, I was mostly finding unhealthy potato chips and boring nuts and energy bars, which are really candy bars in disguise. And tooting my own horn here, but I'm a big Greek yogurt geek who makes kick-ass Greek yogurt bowls, and I tried bringing my yogurt with me during the day to snack on, but eating with a spoon while on the run is super inconvenient, plus it's not like I can carry a fridge in my backpack. So we did the next best thing and magically made yogurt into chips to make yogurt eating easier and much more fun. Introducing Yips Yogurt Chips, the first chips made from real probiotic Greek yogurt, no fridge required. We launched in 2021 and are currently found online at yipsyogurtchips.com and in several stores across the US. Imagine a super healthy Greek yogurt bowl with all your favorite toppings packed into sweet, crunchy chips. We slowly freeze-dry our yips to retain their superfood nutrients, lock in their mouth-watering flavor, and give them an addictive crunch. Yips are probiotic, prebiotic, gluten-free, non-GMO, and grain-free, and with a 9-month shelf life, soon to be 1-year shelf life, now you can eat your yogurt anytime, anywhere with no fridge or spoon required and no compromise between health, convenience, and taste. We've been feeling the love since the very beginning. Before we even officially launched, Yips were semi-finalists in Foxtrot Market's nationwide Up-and-Comers Awards, which landed us on 13 Foxtrot shelves across the US right off the bat. We've also had several great features in local and national publications, such as our feature on the cover of the national publication Prepared Foods magazine. Recently, SKU, the #1 CPG accelerator in the US, became our brand partner, and we just won a Gold Sophia Award. Yippee! Our customers love us. My favorite testimonial of all time comes from Jessica P. Jessica says, "Yips make my taste buds dance. They swing in with an exciting crunch, cha-cha around my mouth with a fruity jive, and waltz out with a smooth and creamy finish." How's that for customer love? Yips plays at the intersection of the ginormous global yogurt market, freeze-dried fruits market, and probiotics markets. So we know there's tremendous opportunity for a value-added probiotic freeze-dried yogurt snack like ours in the marketplace, especially since Yips are the first of their kind. Though there are endless examples of snack companies producing components included in Yips Yogurt Chips, no other company brings natural ingredients, yogurt, freeze-drying, probiotics, and portability together into one product. But that said, we're inspired by several big players like Bear and Rind in the freeze-dried fruits category, and Noosa and Chobani in the traditional yogurt category. Our chips retail for $5.99 per bag, and we currently sell via 2 methods. The first is direct-to-consumer on our website, yipsyogurtchips.com, and the second is direct-to-retailer. Some examples of retailers that we currently work with are natural grocers and high-end convenience stores like Foxtrot Markets, as well as corporate cafes and fitness centers. And our near-future vision for when we're able to reach scale is to sell online through large e-tailers like Amazon and Thrive Market, and then to sell through distributors to specialty and naturals retailers like Whole Foods and Equinox Fitness Centers. And we'll continue to scale strategically from there. Yips are poised for explosive growth with our omni-channel strategy. We project fast but sustainable growth with $70,000 revenue by end of year, $575,000 next year, $2.8 million in 2024 with exponential growth from there. And as we enjoy economies of scale, we expect our margins to improve from roughly 25% to above 40%. Our core team consists of myself and my husband, Erin Vranas. We're both proven operators who own a super successful restaurant, and our complementary personalities, scrappiness, and ability to execute creatively and quickly make us the perfect team. And with the support of our advisors, who have loads of CPG industry experience, we're uniquely qualified to propel Yips to a successful future. We're finally moving to a contract manufacturer that will allow us to scale production and grow this Yipster baby. And we know that if we move quickly, Yips can be as synonymous with yogurt chips as Pop-Tarts are with toaster pastries and popsicles are with ice pops. In the meantime, we're working hard with our advisory team to do a branding and packaging refresh, plan for future product innovation, such as adding a dairy-free yogurt chips line, and we're putting all the little pieces into place so that we can achieve explosive growth. We understand it'll take a powerful, diverse, and inspired team to take Yips Yogurt Chips to the top, and we're ready to make that happen. If you want to be a part of this market-disrupting snackvolution, let's talk. One last thing to say, yip yip hooray. Now let's get some lips on these Yips chips.
Hi, I'm Megan Shookman, a 15-year CPG marketing and innovation veteran who has scaled businesses from 0 to 50 million. Tend was a standout amongst the hundreds of companies that have applied for SKU. The key to a scalable proposition is really 3 things. First, it's solving an innate consumer tension or problem. Second, one that naturally fits into the routines of consumers. And finally, one that captures that value to drive long-term, sustainable profitability. Tend checks all the boxes. As the first real food prenatal bar, moms-to-be can finally enjoy their prenatal in a convenient, snackable form that's actually better absorbed by the body compared to synthetic vitamins. Food as medicine is now more relevant than ever. With this line of prenatal bars, Tend turns the clock back on prehistoric synthetic vitamins and shows us that the future of supplementation is through real food solutions. I'm excited to see them grow their family and grow this brand that has so much potential to nurture at all life stages, like Mother Nature intended. Take it away, Tend.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and this is my husband and co-founder, Behzad.
We're so excited to introduce you to Tend, the first and only prenatal vitamin bar.
This whole thing began because I struggled taking those huge, smelly prenatal horse pills. After a long pregnancy journey and given Behzad's Ph.D. in prenatal nutrition, we wondered if there was a better way.
I couldn't stand that there wasn't a better alternative to those large synthetic pills. But more importantly, I couldn't stand to see Hannah struggle. This project truly began as a labor of love.
Here's the problem. Prenatal vitamins are undesirable and actually deficient. One, they're hard to take. More than half of women report major struggles taking pills, and on top of pregnancy nausea, no one looks forward to taking prenatals.
Second, all prenatals contain vitamins that are synthetic. All my PhD research showed that synthetic nutrients fall way short of those found in foods, especially in pregnancy and postpartum. Prenatal vitamins are also missing key nutrients. A study showed that 90% of women taking prenatals were still deficient in 12 or more nutrients. It's time for something better.
Here's a solution. Tend is the first and only delicious prenatal vitamin with real food nutrients. It's a super enjoyable, satisfying snack with no pills to swallow.
Tend is also effective. Synthetic lab-made nutrients don't have the absorption and potency of nutrients from food. For example, it takes 1,500 milligrams of synthetic vitamin C to do the work of just 5 milligrams of natural vitamin C. I carefully formulated a proprietary blend of nutrients from plant-based whole foods in their most optimal forms. Finally, Tend is comprehensive, with 25 vitamins and minerals from the nutritional equivalent of 8 servings of fruits and veggies, while being the only prenatal with protein and fiber and a clinically backed anti-nausea blend. And it comes in 3 delicious flavors.
Lemonberry, our bestseller, is crafted from creamy cashew nut butter. Chocolate sea salt is a delectable dessert, and our classic comfort flavor is peanut butter chocolate. Each bar is suitable for breakfast or snack on the go. We've released 3 seasonal flavors, including our most recent, Pistachio Rose, which sold out in less than a week. Our customers love Tend. Pregnant and postpartum moms rave because Tend is an all-in-one vitamin and satisfying snack. OBGYNs and health specialists love that they can give their patients something comprehensive and much easier to take. And they actually confess they love eating Tend too.
And we're the only ones doing this. Every prenatal on the market is synthetic, with some requiring upwards of 8 pills to swallow per day. Gummies are high in sugar, and along with powders, omit key nutrients. Tend redefines the prenatal supplement, providing superior nutrition in a vitamin you look forward to taking. We're perfectly situated to capture a huge trend of consumer interest in functional snacks, while straddling the growing prenatal vitamin category. We plan to deliver real food supplementation to additional segments with much larger markets. Customers globally are already asking for Tend, from Asia to Australia to Europe.
Tend is about providing enjoyable, real food supplementation at key points of life, starting with pregnancy, which studies show is a critical period when brand loyalty is up for grabs. While our prenatal bar is our first to market product, we see a big future ahead. Our Tend moms are already asking for Tend for their kids. We plan to grow with our customers and expand our offerings to encompass pivotal stages of health, like early childhood, adolescence, and eventually the entire family.
We launched last year with the goal of testing the market, and bars sold out faster than we could make them. All our growth has been completely organic, limited only by our production capacity. We're currently selling D2C with a healthy 70% profit margin and have a 4.6% website conversion rate, putting us in the top 10% of Shopify stores. In the near future, we will expand our production capacity and e-com channels while entering retail. Having gone through the Target Forward Founders Accelerator, focused on retail readiness, we're well prepared and excited to strategically deploy capital to support our growth.
We have a stellar team to support our growth. Behzad's entire career has focused on human nutrition, and he published the most highly cited study on omega-3 and infant brain development. He's simply obsessed with product innovation.
Hannah is a Fulbright Award-winning artist, designer, and all-around tactical executor, overseeing all things brand and marketing. She brings years of experience from having worked at 3 startups across multiple continents.
Our outstanding team of mentors has years of experience in the CPG space, baby category, marketing, social media, fundraising, logistics, and more. We envision a world where moms and their families have the knowledge and option to supplement their diets completely from food with nothing synthetic. We're looking for partners who believe what we stand for, can see the possibilities, and can help us get there. And as our own family grows, we expect 10 to grow as well.
You can bet that once our little one is born, I'll be back in the lab concocting something new, delicious, and extra nutritious for our little family and sharing that with the rest of the world.
Join us in becoming the leader in delicious, snackable supplementation. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joe Canterbury, and I'm the founder of Chaucer Global Investments and Advisory. Over the years, I've had the great fortune to work with some iconic brands and help expand them all over the world, including Mercedes-Benz, Starbucks, and Topgolf. But few things have been more rewarding than my involvement with SKU right here in my own backyard. I've had the chance to work with some great SKU companies over the years, but I've never had more fun or was more impressed with a company and founder than I was with Ryan Armistead, the founder and CEO of Happy Moose Juice. You'll hear Ryan talk all about what makes Happy Moose truly different from other juice companies, and I just want to highlight what I think makes Ryan special. For starters, he's not a day one founder by any means. He's been building Happy Moose successfully for a number of years, but he knew that he and his team could achieve more. So he entered SKU ready to listen and absorb. He oozes passion and energy, yet he's also disciplined and measured. He's uncompromising in his pursuit of superior quality and taste, and trust me, the taste will blow you away. Yet he's also flexible, and he's focused on building a great business. He's a natural salesman and inspiring leader for his team. Yet, he's a great listener. He takes and he acts on feedback. So on behalf of my fellow mentors, it's my honor to introduce Ryan Armistead, the founder and CEO of Happy Moose Juice. Take it away, Ryan.
What's up, y'all? My name's Ryan Armistead. I'm the founder and CEO of California-based Happy Moose Juice. We are a particularly happy bunch of juice makers because we're successfully disrupting the boring and crowded juice market, creating an entirely new and compelling subcategory. Juices and wellness shots made from heirloom produce that's harvested on sustainable family farms. What is heirloom produce and why does it matter? Heirloom produce is the most flavorful and nutritious produce on the planet. It's grown by family farms with special seeds that are passed down through generations. And while industrially grown produce is genetically engineered to optimize yield and shipping durability and serves as a base for just about every juice on the market today, heirloom produce is sustainably grown using natural pollination to be bright, flavorful, and jam-packed with nutrients. Think succulent sumo mandarins, tart Tahoe green apples, luscious Eureka lemons, and California blood oranges, hand-picked with love by family farms when they're perfectly ripe, and then squeezed straight into your mouth. It's this dazzling and elevated taste experience that defines Happy Moose Juice, and which no other juice company can claim. While just about every other CPG category has moved toward best-for-you quality, authenticity, and ingredient innovation, the juice categories remain stagnant, driven by the same old formula of low-quality fruit and cheap processing methods to keep prices as low as possible. But this comes at the expense of one really important quality: taste. And that's not what today's more educated and health-conscious consumers want. They're looking for a best-for-you approach to all of the food and beverage products that they put in their body. And so, we meet those consumers right where they are, and we give them what they want: ethical, sustainable, and cleanly made juices that are best for them, local food systems, and the planet, all while being truly delicious. We can afford to bring these elevated juices to the market because we've partnered directly with the best heirloom growers in our region. We utilize the oddly shaped and cosmetically imperfect heirloom produce that traditional retailers won't buy. And since this type of produce is ideal for juicing, we call it perfectly imperfect. Historically, this part of the harvest was diverted as compost waste, and it created tons of methane and carbon emissions. And so, in utilizing fruit that would otherwise be wasted, We rescue a pound of fresh produce, save 17 gallons of water, and eliminate 3 pounds of would-be greenhouse gas emissions with every juice that we make. Now y'all, our traction proves that we're onto something special. I started Happy Moose Juice in 2013, making juices in my home kitchen and delivering them around San Francisco on a skateboard. I went on to open a pop-up juice bar inside of a trendy restaurant, and this helped us build a cult following and further validated our concept. And today, we're sold in more than 650 doors, primarily in our home region of Northern California. We've displaced Naked Juice in every Pete's coffee shop where we've been selling at higher velocities for 3 years now. We just landed Central Market, where Happy Moose will be replacing Evolution Fresh as the primary cold press brand on shelf. We're also the #1 selling food or beverage brand on Sunbasket's marketplace and have been since 2019. Their nationwide reach proves that we have great potential beyond California. Our digital sales are already over 30,000 monthly without spending a penny on advertising or selling on Amazon. In 2021, we broke $2 million in revenue, and we project to reach $3 million by the end of this year. In fact, because we're close to break even from a profitability standpoint, we've been able to bootstrap this business, raising under $375,000 to date from friends and family. But let's talk about the opportunity that lies ahead. Perishable juice is a $7.5 billion category, growing at 13% per year, and the largest subsegment, refrigerated orange juice, grew 15% last year to $3.5 billion. That's a lot of mediocre juice that's being sold. But it's also a big opportunity for us to disrupt the space. Our team is already doing that. We're snagging market share from some of the biggest brands in CPG today. Here's our multi-talented team that's gotten us to where we are. And now, with the support of our experienced strategic advisors and mentor team, we're not going to stop until Happy Moose Juice is universally known as the most delicious juice brand on earth. If capitalized correctly, we have a clear path to $7 million in revenue within the next 24 months. We're going to double down on the channels where we already see an obvious product market fit and grow methodically and more broadly across retail. Our strategic relationships, geographic location, and mind-blowing taste make our differentiated position defensible, while our solid track record proves that we've got something consumers want. You see, y'all? Juices are the OG functional beverage, and the category is ripe for innovation. So I hope that you'll forgive my fruit pun and join us as we revolutionize it with insanely delicious juice that makes for happy farmers, happy people, and a happy planet. That's Happy Moose. We're absolutely thrilled about the possibilities ahead, and I hope that you are too. So come on, quit tripping and start sipping. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jeff Jacobs, and I had the privilege to be one of the mentors for Mesa de Vida. Mesa de Vida is an amazing product with a flavorful global take on the stale cooking sauce category. Mesa de Vida means table of life, and it surely will bring some life to the flavor on your table. It's an area that is ripe for innovation, and Mesa de Vida is just the product to do it. Its founder and CEO, Kirsten, is a trained chef with an international culinary background, which she utilized to adapt and create an easy, healthy, ready-to-make cooking sauce that can make anyone a gourmet chef. Kirsten will tell you about her personal story and journey to make Mesa de Vida what it is today. It's both a product and a person that you can really believe in. Kirsten's journey is both inspirational and flavorful. Throughout this track, I was able to watch Kirsten evolve and focus her passion for this brand to see it as one that is ready to take off. This is my 11th track as a mentor, and I've never been more excited for the growth potential as I have been with Mesa de Vida. And now, here is Chef Kirsten to tell you about the flavorful world of Mesa de Vida.
Hi, I'm Chef Kirsten Sandoval, Chef EO and founder of Mesa de Vida. I make a line of globally inspired recipe starter sauces that are bringing innovation and inspiration to everyday pantry staples. I'm going to take you on a journey to show you how Mesa de Vida is here to make the world a healthier, more delicious, and connected place. In my mid-20s, I was diagnosed with the same lifestyle-related diseases that took the lives of so many people I loved. I had a 3-year-old daughter at the time, and I made the decision that I was going to create a healthy new family legacy. So I had to set out to learn what healthy really meant. This research sparked a passion for cooking, an obsession with global cuisines, and ultimately turned my health and my life around. For over a decade, I worked as a private chef for athletes in the NFL, NBA, and WNBA. My goal was to not just cook healthy meals for my clients, but to get them to enjoy healthy food. Not an easy task. So I took a different approach. I asked them what they grew up eating, what flavors reminded them of their home or heritage. Taking that inspiration, I would begin each service by blending up fruits and vegetables as a base, then adjust the spices, herbs, and chilies to give them the authentic flavors they grew up with or craved. These nutrient-packed starter sauces were the base of almost everything I cooked for them, from rice dishes to proteins to soups and stews. They cut my time in the kitchen in half, and most importantly, my clients were achieving optimal health and healing. But I knew my mission was to help more people. From overcoming my own health challenges and what the research shows, I know that cooking at home can be the most powerful tool that leads to lasting health. But life is busy. Most of us don't have time to chop a basket full of vegetables or spend hours learning to create the complex recipes of every global dish we want to make. Well, the answer was right there. These magical blends that I had been crafting and testing for years were the secret sauce to helping more people enjoy home-cooked meals and creating their own recipes for a better life. Not only would I personally get home from cooking all day and wish I had them in my own pantry, I knew I could scale and share this versatile modern solution to helping people get back to the table. And the world is hungry for this. Consumer data shows us that people of every generation are cooking at home more often. They're craving for their meals to not only be tasty and healthy, they need quick and easy to cook options for their busy lives. But currently, time-starved people who desire the taste and celebration of flavors that whisk them away on a journey right from the kitchen table often have to turn to takeout. But not anymore, because this is where Mesa de Vida can deliver. We play at the intersection of the cooking and pasta sauce categories. The current market is lacking innovation and is oversaturated with 3 basic flavor profiles. Many of our competitors are bland, one-trick ponies, or often nothing more than just water and oil with salt, sugar, and seasonings in it. Mesa de Vida, on the other hand, takes the idea of this ultimate busy life hack, the humble cooking sauce, and expands it beyond the current boundaries. With 5 exciting flavors, Creole, North African, Mediterranean, Caribbean, and Smoky Latin, we help you transform any protein and any vegetable into a restaurant-quality meal in minutes. The growth opportunity is tremendous. There's increasing market demand for easy meal prep solutions and authentic, globally inspired flavors. Specialty and better-for-you food brands are the key drivers of the market, and Mesa de Vida will be a major player in growing this category. We've already seen great traction with our sauces. Once people try Mesa de Vida, they are hooked. One of my favorite quotes is, "In 6 minutes later, I felt like an iron chef when dinner was ready." We provide the exciting flavors you crave, the versatility you need, and the high-quality, healthy ingredients you want in an easy-to-use, sophisticated shortcut. Whole Foods Market recognized this and invited Mesa de Vida to launch as a national brand in late 2019. Even as an industry newbie and a one-woman show launching in the middle of a pandemic, between then and the end of last year, we hit a combined revenue of $720,000 and are now activated nationwide with the largest natural foods distributor. So we're just getting started. Mesa de Vida has the opportunity to not only grow within Whole Foods Market, but also expand with the currently untapped network of thousands of natural and gourmet foods retailers and the direct-to-consumer market. We also have future line extensions and ideas simmering in our kitchen that will help connect and invite even more people to the table. We foresee future opportunities including a food service lineup, frozen entrees and meal kits, and international expansion. I have a dream team of advisors with the wealth of combined industry and operational expertise to guide me on this exciting growth. Starting this business has meant more to me than just being an entrepreneur. Over the last 13 years, in addition to everything I just shared, my children and I started our lives over with the help of a domestic violence shelter. I donated my kidney to a family member, and we discovered both of my children have a rare genetic cancer syndrome. In addition to creating a life built on hope, My experiences have shaped the products I want to bring into the world and the type of company I want to create. My grit has gotten me through some really tough times in life, but that same perseverance is going to be what makes Mesa de Vida successful, and I hope you'll join me. Thank you so much.
Hello, SKU Universe. My name is Cisco Sakasa, CEO of HireBetter. I had the honor and privilege of being the lead mentor on the Realsy team. And what an adventure that was. The team was amazing. They took guidance and coaching like anybody have ever seen before. To see where we started and where we're ending just 12 weeks later is truly remarkable. So excited to introduce you to our Realsy team. With that, I'll introduce Austin.
When I go to the store and search for an indulgent and convenient snack, I no longer bother to visit the salty or sweet snacks aisle. Why? Because it's exhausting and it's time consuming. Every product requires a nutritional and ingredient inspection because nearly everything on the shelf has added sugars, mysterious natural flavorings, and is grossly processed. So time and time again, the end result is me going to the produce section, buying an unexciting piece of fruit, and dipping it in some nut butters. Although it always creates a tasty and nutritious snack, it also always ends in an inconvenient mess with nut butters everywhere that I can't take on the go. And one of my favorite go-to indulgent snacks? Dates with nut butters. And I'm not alone. After a quick search on social media, we took 10 random videos of dates with nut butter recipes, which amassed to more than 20 million views, which, by the way, are all recipes for a refrigerated or frozen final product. There is no shelf-stable product on the market that you can take on the go. Until now. Hi, I'm Austin Patry, co-founder of Realsy, and we just launched the first line of shelf-stable nut butter-filled dates. Within this product, you'll find 3 whole organic Medjool dates where we take the pit out and we fill it with nut butter goodness. Each product contains 3 ingredients or less, contains no added sugars, and is super simple and delicious. We're on a mission to provide nutritionally dense and delicious snacks to people who believe food should be how nature really intended. Our snacks strongly align with the rapidly growing plant-based and date market, which is set to hit nearly $22 billion by 2028. We also strongly align with consumers' growing interest of wanting unprocessed and simpler foods. 63% of millennials are trying to incorporate more unprocessed foods into their diet, while 59% of consumers believe that the fewer ingredients a product has, the healthier it is for you. Despite these growing trends and facts, surprisingly, even the healthiest sweet snacking companies fall short of their nutritional hype. It is incredibly difficult to find an indulgent snack that is gluten-free, dairy-free, plant-based, with no added sugars, and is shelf-stable with less than 5 ingredients. A lot of these brands are trying to be better for you brands. We strive to be a genuinely good for you brand without sacrificing taste. And Dates with Nut Butters is just the beginning. Not only do we have innovative ideas of different pack sizes, flavorings, and fillings for our dates, but we also have completely new and innovative product ideas that involves taking old classic snacks and making them for Realsy. For example, take the classic Ritz peanut butter crackers that has peanut butter flavoring. We want to reinvent that snack by taking 2 real plantain chips and putting real peanut butter in between it. Simple, nutritious, convenient, and delicious. Another idea? Reinventing the Pop-Tart. We understand that our early adopters and biggest Realsy fans are going to be those with the mindset that food is medicine and really focus on unrefined foods. But we also understand that our product appeals to everyone, so we want to quickly grow into the target market of health-focused moms, millennials, college students, and athletes. We already have national distribution and manufacturing. We're located in over 400 natural and independent doors, including major retailers such as Sprouts and soon-to-be Central Market and Fresh Thyme. We also have an active direct-to-consumer channel where we ship nationwide with free shipping via Amazon and directly on our website. When comparing our sales in November of 2021, when we first launched, to March of 2022, you can find a 348% growth in direct-to-consumer and a 365% growth in retail. And considering 83% of our current projected revenue for 2022 is already under negotiations and current contracts, we're confident that we can hit our metrics and sustain compounding growth for years to come. And we're confident that we're the team to do it. Both Sophia and I started in a food truck our senior year in college and grew it to 7 health food cafes across the country on different college campuses. We built a CPG company already to national distribution, which has led to an active acquisition. Plus, through SKU, the #1 CPG accelerator program in the country, we have developed a powerhouse of mentors and advisors who will help us lead the way and are experts in all different sides of CPG. Over the past year, we've gone through trial and error, and I'm excited to say that we have developed the IP for a unique manufacturing and supply chain process that will allow us to profitably scale the very first product of its kind on the market. We are ready to take this company to the next level, and we hope you're ready to join us after this successful first date. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Enderle, a beauty and skincare brand strategist. Over the last few months, I've had the great opportunity to mentor Raeka Beauty. Inspired by her South Asian heritage and the skincare and wellness secrets passed down to her from the women in her family, Raeka sought out to create a skincare brand that modernized Ayurvedic wellness into an accessible, clean, next-generation skincare brand. I'm so excited for the future of Raeka Beauty. The skincare consumer is looking for simple, effective, clean, and sustainably minded brands that blend the worlds of skincare and self-care. More than ever, the act of taking care of yourself with tried and true ingredients that have withstood the test of time is top of mind for so many people. Using innovative ingredients like turmeric, Raeka is able to bring the skin-nourishing benefits of Ayurveda to the consumer. I know the future is bright for Raeka, and I've seen the founder work so hard over the past 3 months to fine-tune her brand and product positioning. So many customers have already fallen in love with Raeka Beauty and felt the incredible benefits of using skincare that is rooted in deep tradition and born from the knowledge passed down by generations. I can't wait to see what's next.
Welcome to Raeka Beauty, Ayurveda-inspired skincare. I'm Raeka, proud founder of Raeka Beauty. Being from a South Asian household, turmeric and other spices were the answer to everything, especially anything skin related. From cuts, blisters, bruises, and even a stomach ache, it all began with blending herbs and spices. The wisdom behind these ancient remedies comes from generations of Indian women who have played an important role in how we collectively take care of one another through plant-powered beauty rituals, including the women in my family. Consumers are tired of expensive multi-step skincare that's usually chemically based and often solves one problem but creates 2 more. They're demanding easy-to-use products with high-performing natural ingredients. The solution was using ingredients that have been tried and true for centuries. Ingredients that every Indian mom would tell you to use. Raeka Beauty is rooted in South Asian heritage, so it is more than just a clean, conscious, and cruelty-free beauty brand. We have 5 SKUs in our current collection. They include our 3 moisturizers, the illuminating turmeric polish, and the golden froth cleanser. America loves global beauty. American women have been embracing culture-rooted beauty products from around the world, like fragrances from France and facial masks from Korea. We believe that Ayurveda skincare from India is the next big trend. Our consumer segments are diverse and span across all demographics. These women have strong purchase behavior and are aligned with Raeka Beauty in multiple ways. Take the busy Bay, for example. Our social advocates, the enthusiastic experimenters, and the naturalistas, who are all motivated by results and clean, natural ingredients. Our customers love us. We have over 40,000 reviews on Ipsy alone. One customer called the India Gold Serum the holy grail of her skincare routine. In addition, we have over 12,000 reviews on platforms like Influencer and FabFitFun. The vast majority of our customers give us 5-star reviews. Just a few months after launching, we were picked up by national publications like the Huffington Post, Pop Sugar, and more. Our products were included in multiple beauty subscription boxes like Allure, and FabFitFun called us the next skincare product you don't want to miss. An Emmy-winning talk show, The Real, even contacted us to feature our products on TV, not once, but twice. The best part, this was organic, nothing paid. Our total addressable market consists of the $483 billion beauty space. Our focus is on the largest growing segment, the Ayurveda category, growing by an exciting 15%, with an estimated size of $6.5 billion. Consumers are seeking indie brands led by passionate founders who have authentic stories behind their products. Raeka Beauty is bringing a new twist to modern Ayurveda. As this new category continues to grow, we are well positioned to be a market leader within this modern prestige white space. I started this venture in 2017, and I bootstrapped the company, keeping it cash flow positive while maintaining double-digit margins annually. While our past revenues came from wholesale channels, we plan to refocus our efforts on growing our direct-to-consumer sales and plan for a retail entry in 2024. We are currently working on new packaging and design that will bring an exciting, fresh new look to Raeka Beauty this year. Next year, we will launch our refreshed brand on e-commerce along with the new products our customers are asking for. We will implement new marketing strategies and plan for retail entry the following year. One of our core strengths is our superhero team. Our team consists of engineering, data, retail, and sales experience, followed by a tremendous amount of CPG wisdom from our advisors. Their expertise span across the beauty industry, from companies like Sephora, L'Oreal, Julep, Forma Brands, and Kendo. Join us in this extraordinary opportunity to leverage existing consumer interests in this growing category of Ayurveda-inspired skincare. Thank you.
We really hope you enjoyed the presentations from these 6 founders and that you go out and buy these products because they are really amazing.
We are so, so proud of them. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Can I like do a little swing in with a crunch, except don't talk.
Boom, boom, we're number 1. Boom, boom.
I'm good on everything I like to. Good, okay, cool. That would be embarrassing.
See you next time.
See you next time.
We will see you next time.
Yeah, these guys right here. This is the team. This is the squad, dream team.